The Scandal of a Ghetto Kingdom, Part 2. Recap: Prince Tunde and his twin, Princess Sade, have just crashed the wedding of Prince Kwame to Princess Amani. Princess Amani is wearing the clothing and jewels of Princess Sade and has just been accused of stealing priceless jewels and other belongings of Princess Sade. Princess Amani has been arrested at her own wedding and hauled off to palace prison. Her groom, Prince Kwame, has vowed to come and get her out of lockdown. But how can he, if she's a thief, and a liar, and a fake? Let's review the players from part 1 of this drama entitled The Scandal of a Ghetto Kingdom. The main characters will be in order of appearance, extras at the end: Sade aka Princess Amani, Abini, Sade's village mother, Bako, Sade's village father, Olonji, palace guard, who is very suspicious of Princess Amani, Prince Kwame, spoiled prince of the kingdom, Prince Kwame's parents, King Obasi and Queen Amora, Amma, palace maid and head of housekeeping, suspicious of Princess Amani, Prince Tunde and Princess Sade, twin royals of Zubra Kingdom. Extras: maids in the palace who work under Amma, market sellers of the village, market vendors and shoppers of the kingdom, other palace guards. Part 2. Prince Kwame is speaking to the king and queen of Zundara Kingdom. Mother, father, she didn't steal the items, she found them. Queen Amora says, what if she was one of the bandits who robbed this Princess Sade? Mother, the bandits were all men, there were no women with them. How do we know that for sure? Mother, I was there. Kwame, you know I don't trust her. She marches in here with her lies and pretends to be a princess. Guests gasp in horror. The scandal would rock the kingdom and Prince Kwame is humiliated, but he had not yet gotten a good look at the real princess who is beautiful. However, Queen Amora, the prince's wise mother, sees an opportunity for her son to again find true love with a real princess, Princess Sade. She gets her husband, King Obasi, to call for Prince Tunde and Princess Sade's parents to come to the palace. There Queen Amora plans to make formal introductions of her son and Princess Sade. In a few days, the royal twins' mother and father, Queen Kem and King Zulu, made an entrance, and did they ever know how to make an entrance? They were wearing gold all over like celebrity royals. They sparkled, they shined, they may have even twinkled. They were fantastic, and the Queen Kem, was rude. Pushy, demanding, and rude. She said to one of the guards, quickly, show me to the king and queen of this place. My daughter was robbed here in this ghetto kingdom. We shall not linger here, it might be dangerous. Plus, where are my children? Are they safe? Where are they? On the same day the royal parents of the twins come to the palace. Sade's mother from the village, Abini, has now heard that this is where Sade was and that she was at the center of this scandal. She and her husband, Bako, came to the palace to plead with the king to let Sade go free. This is when all those parents end up in the same room at the same time. Sade's village mother recognizes Prince Tunde and Princess Sade's mother and is stopped in her tracks. Queen Kem, the mother of the royal twins, is also shocked. You! They both exclaim, and then, what are you doing here? They ask one another simultaneously. I'm here for Sade, my daughter. I'm here to meet the king and queen of this kingdom and our twins, the Prince Tunde and Princess Sade of our illustrious kingdom of Zubra, she says with a flair and much effect, are also here. Where are they? Have you seen them? I'm not here for them, and I wouldn't know them if I saw them, would I? You are here for your. Queen Kem hesitates and then says, who is Sade? My daughter, Nkem. And why daughter? Oh, says Queen Kem. Abini, what did the little criminal do? She's not a criminal and she didn't do anything. Abini hoped she wasn't a criminal. She still didn't know where Sade got those fancy clothes that she wore around the village. Prince Kwame's father, King Obasi, instructs Olonji, the palace guards, to bring Sade out of the palace prison. At this point, Queen Amara, a woman of dignity and class, from a long line of royals, rises to walk over to Princess Amani, who is on her knees begging, pleading. Having learned her lesson, she is asking for forgiveness and mercy from the king and queen. Queen Amara takes a long look at Princess Amani, who is really Sade, and she realizes that this almost wannabe bride who tried to marry her son, Prince Kwame, her pride and joy, looks like these other people who crashed the wedding. She really does. So she lines the three up together. How is that you three look alike? Are you cousins? Are you relatives? Is this a scam? Are you all in on this together? None of the three in the lineup have any answer, but the twins start to study Sade, and Sade studies them very closely, almost accusingly. What's going on here? Insists King Obasi, dropping an authoritative bass in his voice. Queen Kem hangs her head. But Sade's village mother, Abini, speaks up. Yes, they are relatives. Kem, this queen here is my sister. She always wanted to be a royal, so she met and married King Zulu and denied her own family. They never did anything for us or the rest of the family. It's like they forgot us because we weren't royals with a lot of money. King Zulu, Queen Kem's husband, even more puzzled, says to his wife, "You told me that you didn't have any family, that you were an orphan," King Zulu asserts. Abini continues, "They became pregnant, and it was obvious by her size that she was having twins. I'm years older than her, but my husband, Bako, and I had become pregnant before her and gave birth some months before her, but our child died." You can see the sadness in her eyes when she says that, even all these years later. Her husband Bako hangs his head as well. A couple of months later, when Kem was put to bed, I went to be with her even though she didn't want me there because I wasn't rich and royal like her. She acted like I was a maid in front of others instead of her own sister. And I saw that she didn't have twins, but triplets. At this, everyone in the room gasps. Once she saw the children, she said, "You can take that one, it's too dark," and that is when she pointed to newborn Sade. The gathering gasped. Sade cried out, "What? What?
What?
I had no idea my sister was like this. Too dark? Too dark?" I asked her again, "This is Africa, the darker the better." "Yeah, that's right," they all agreed. "How can you be color-struck in Africa?" "What?" I asked her, "Are you serious? That's your child, the king's child, won't that be like kidnapping?" "Take that one." "I can't take that one to the palace, what will the king say?" "That one is too dark." "Sister, I couldn't. If you don't, I will give her away to a stranger." Sade bursts into tears. Weeping for herself and for Sade, Abini continues, "So, I took little, beautiful brown Sade home to the village to be my daughter, the daughter I never had." Queen Kem said, "And I took the two beautiful ones to the palace where they were raised to be proper prince and princess. They are all beautiful, they look the same." "I am your husband," said King Zulu. "What color do you think I am?" "Kem, you're a racist? A colorist?" "Has been since we were kids," mutters her sister, Abini. King Zulu says, "That's my daughter." "Kem, you deprived me of my daughter all these years. Woman, what is wrong with you?" His beautiful Sade, Sade, he practiced her name as he looked adoringly at her. "I'm so sorry." Then he continued, "What do you mean too dark? She's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I bet she's well-mannered too, unlike these two that you've ruined with excesses." Sade breaks down in tears now. She is torn between her poor village parents who have loved her and that Queen Kem who is a snob. That's the mean mother of her dreams. Oh no, and it's her birth mother. Her own mother rejected her because of her color. What's wrong with her color? Nothing. Sade didn't linger long in this rejection because she knew there was nothing wrong with her color. She also knew she was a royal. She knew it all along. She knew it. Prince Tunde and Princess Zoe each turn and embrace Sade. She is their triplet. We are so sorry. We are so sorry. We didn't know. We didn't. So, Queen Kem, Sade formally addresses her birth mother, but with respect, what is my real name? What name did you give me when I was born? Silence. I never named you. Amani interrupted, your name is Sade. It means, honor confers a crown. Queen Kem tries to dismiss all that her sister, Amani, has said and tries to get Prince Kwame to get to know Princess Zoe. Queen Amora answers smartly, wait just a minute, you want our Prince Kwame to get to know your daughter, the beautiful twin, I mean triplet. The radiant one? I don't know about that, after all you said our kingdom was ghetto. Well, they hesitated and stammered, we didn't really mean that. I guess you didn't after all this drama you've brought to our quiet and peaceful kingdom. Quiet and peaceful? Our daughter was robbed here. Olonji spoke up, Your Majesties, I have solved that crime as well. He turned to address Prince Kwame and his parents, you see I am, from the Zubra kingdom I am King Zulu's chief guard. Yes, he is states King Zulu, matter-of-factly. Olonji came here with my permission to find the missing suitcase and jewels for Princess Zoe, and it looks like he's done a fine job. I wasn't with Princess Zoe the day she was robbed, so I came here to solve the crime against Princess Zoe and get her jewels back. I found the bandits and they were from our kingdom, not this one. They followed Princess Zoe here knowing she would be traveling alone and with only 2 guards. They were looking for the opportunity to kidnap Princess Zoe, but it failed. I guess they never thought about the jewels. Prince Kwame spoke up, I was there when that happened. My guards helped fight off the bandits and they ran away. Olonji adds, yes, Prince Kwame, and we have since captured those bandits when they tried to return to Zubra Kingdom. There is no way that this woman, Princess Amani, who was arrested, even though she was in possession of the jewels and the clothes, ever knew those road thieves. King Abasi asks Sade, why didn't you take the suitcase to the authorities when you found it? Sade tearfully replies, Your Majesty, I didn't want them to accuse me of stealing it or worse if something had happened to the owner of this suitcase. I would never knowingly hurt anyone. I really felt like I was royalty and deserving of what was in that suitcase. Queen Amora interjects, it appears you are royalty, dear. After all. I'm sorry I doubted you. King Abasi, turning to Queen Kem, so you see the criminal elements came from your own kingdom and not this one. It was our son, Prince Kwame, who saved Princess Zoe in the first place. So, we don't have a ghetto kingdom. Prince Kwame said, and Princess Sade didn't steal anything, so her supposed crimes should be forgiven. King Abasi spoke up, release Sade. King Zulu said, she's my daughter, she is a princess, somebody get her a tiara now. Now. Sade's eyes lit up, a tiara. She was going to get a tiara? Finally. Queen Kem's attendant went into her bag where she always had a change of clothes. One never knows, does one? In that bag was found an ornate headpiece. And it was handed to King Zulu, who placed it on Sade's waiting head. That's not a tiara, exclaimed Queen Kem, and that's mine, that's a crown. It's a crown, not a tiara. King Zulu said to her, wife, Nkem, Honor confers a crown, you should behave more honorable than you do. You are losing your sparkle and your shine, so let me crown my long-lost daughter." He turns to Sade and while placing the crown on her head says, "Honor confers a crown. You are a child of honor. You did nothing wrong except to be born beautiful and to find evidence of your own destiny along a road one day." Princess Ziri tearfully blurts out, "I can do without those jewels, they are all yours. I have dreamed of having a sister and now I really have one. I have a sister. I can never accuse my sister of stealing from me. What is mine is yours, Sade." She didn't say anything, but it is at this point that Sade realizes she has been dreaming of Princess Ziri all these years and thinking it was herself. And she does have a brother and he is a real prince. Sade's dreams prove the special connection that twins and triplets have with one another. Prince Kwame turns to his parents and says, "With all respect, father and mother, I am not interested in Princess Ziri, while I appreciate her leaving her suitcase for Sade, which was the cause of her being led to this palace. My heart belongs to Princess Amani, Sade." He turned to Sade, "What do you want me to call you from now on? Princess Sade? Is that okay?" Everyone smiled and nodded. "Princess Sade. I still want to marry Princess Sade, not Princess Ziri." King Obasi and Queen Amora give their blessings. Olonji is lauded by both King Obasi and King Zulu for his keen discernment and intuition and investigation, and is given commendation by King Zulu and was first promoted to general over all the guards in the kingdom. But then King Zulu decided to make Olonji a prince because of the way he conducted the investigation and solved all the crimes, because honor confers a crown. So Olonji received a crown as well. Now that he is Prince Olonji, he now feels worthy to express himself to Princess Zaya because he's been interested in her for a long time. Amma, the head palace maid, has caught the attention of Prince Tunde, who acts aloof, but he really admires her moxie and wants to get to know her better. Months later, the kingdoms have healed, and Prince Kwame is still passionate, but wiser and more discerning in matters of the heart. He has stopped pouting and having temper tantrums and refusing to eat to get his way. He has grown up. Sade, no longer an imposter, has chosen to remain in the kingdom with Prince Kwame after visiting what could have been her real palatial home. It was just as she had dreamed all these years, but she didn't like her birth mother's attitudes. Queen Kem was too showy, too demanding, too everything. Does this woman just change outfits all day and make entrances into rooms? And my father with her? That's my mother? Really? Soon Sade realized that she was just like her birth mother, even though she didn't grow up with her, and began to change her ways and stop being so demanding, entitled, and spoiled. She apologized to the parents who raised her for being so over the top. Nkem and Abini made amends. King Zulu accepted his new brother and sister-in-law and provided well for them in their village. Abini and Bakpo missed Sade, but she was a handful, and they were glad that she was finally the princess she knew herself to be. It had broken their hearts to try to turn her into a village girl even though they knew the truth of who she was but were helpless to help her become that. Shortly after that, there was a triple wedding at the palace. Royal triplets made history, but royal triplets getting married was the talk of both kingdoms and every kingdom in between. Prince Kwame and Princess Sade's wedding was traditional and beautiful. Prince Olonji and Princess Ziri were stunning in their wedding. Prince Tunde was dapper and the former palace maid, Amma, really made an entrance in her gown. Do you want to guess who designed that gown for Amma? Yes, her new mother-in-law, Queen Kem. She told Amma, "Girl, you have arrived now, you have to make an entrance." And yes, she did. Zandara Kingdom was calm and happy. Zubara Kingdom, well, it was now on the map. The kingdoms were both reminded of an enduring truth: trying to get the good things in life in a bad way will never work. If it does, it won't last. Evil deeds will always be found out. True nobility lies not in titles or riches, but in honesty, courage, and the content of one's character. Honor confers the crown. The following year, each of the 3 royal couples had a baby, and guess whose baby made the biggest entrance? Oh, and Grand Queen Kem, which she insisted on being called, changed her ways and got all of her sparkle back. Let everything you do be done with honor. Last in our playbook are King Zulu and Grand Queen Kem, who learned that before you call another man's kingdom ghetto, better check your own. If you enjoyed this Africa Untold Tales, be sure to like, share and subscribe so you don't miss another tale of Africa Untold, where legends come alive.